from the division of Lanao del Norte, the land of beauty and bounty. Our world today is rapidly changing. We are now facing a new era where technological breakthrough affect and made an impact and created a new system. Accordingly, as an educator, it is my task, your task, to help learners become engaged in our lessons. As a science teacher, it is my responsibility to help learners understand the lesson and apply it in real life situation. And as a researcher, it is my duty to study and develop materials for the improvement of our society. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-researchers, participants, good day. I am Warner B. Reponte from Sultan Ali de Mapuro Memorial Integrated School, and allow me to present to you my research entitled Flipped Classroom for Millennials, Engaging and Enhancing Learners' Academic Performance.
Learners nowadays, or oftentimes tagged as the millennials, are challenging to the perspectives of teaching and learning. They are digital natives. They involuntarily master gadgets and technologies available in today's market. They are capable of multitasking. Nonetheless, they have less attention span of time and easily get bored if encountered familiar, if not monotonous routines and tasks. This study is concerned on the possibility of enhancing learners' academic performance and engagement in earth and life science, where the usual classroom instruction is done outside the classroom instruction schedule, which include the use of technology in improving readiness. This study was anchored with the following theory: the cognitive theory of multimedia learning by Mayer 2001, Vygotsky's social constructivism theory by Vygotsky 1962, and the social learning theory of Bandura 1977. This research sought to answer the following questions. First, what is the academic performance in earth and life science of the grade 11 learners using the flipped classroom? Second, is there a significant difference in the academic performance in earth and life science between the pre-test and the post-test of the learners using flipped classroom? Lastly, what is the engagement in earth and life science of the grade 11 learners using flipped classroom? One of the most important parts in every research is its methodology. Today I'm going to discuss to you the methods used in my research. There are four parts: sampling method, data collection, research instrument, and data analysis. For sampling method, the participants of the study were the learners of the regular curriculum of humanities and social science, grade 11 in Sultan Ali de Mapuro Memorial Integrated School and Sultan Naga de Mapuro Memorial Integrated School in Isindi District. 60 learners from two classes were randomly assigned as respondents. The researcher used the quasi-pre-experimental pre-test post-test research design to test the effects of the flipped classroom on the academic performance engagement of the grade 11 learners. For the data collection, the lessons used flipped classroom followed the three phases. Phase 1 was the pre-development stage, which includes needs analysis, constructing the lesson plan, and initial critiquing of the lesson plan. Phase 2 was the development stage. This includes the writing of the lessons and the preliminary revision. Phase 3, which was the validation and revision stage, covers the evaluation by experts and the revision based from their quantitative and qualitative feedback. The Earth and Life Science, or the Earth and Life Science Academic Performance Test, or I call it ELAP, and the Student Engagement in Earth and Life Science, adapted from Wang et al., were used as a research instrument. So for the data treated with appropriate statistical tools for analysis, for problem 1, the mean and standard deviation was used to determine the academic performance of grade 11 learners who were taught with a flipped classroom. For problem 2, to test the significant difference in the academic performance in Earth and Life Science, the paired sample t-test at 0.5 level of significance was used. Finally, the mean and standard deviation was used for problem 3 to assess the learner's engagement, Earth and Life Science. Since I'm done with the discussion of the other parts of the research, let's now move on to the findings. As you can see on the table, this is the academic performance of Earth and Life Science grade 11. You can see the pre-test and the post-test scores. You can see that the post-test scores of the learners have a much higher mean than that of the pre-test scores. It means that the learners had a satisfactory proficiency level. It also indicates that the learners developed the fundamental knowledge, skills, and the understanding of the topics. The result of the study corroborates with the flipped classroom study of Atwal 2014 and White 2012, who alleged that the flipped classroom is effective and affect the academic achievement of science positively. To answer problem 2, we have here the comparison of pre-test and post-test scores of the respondents using paired t-test. As shown in the table, the p-value was less than the set level of significance at 0.05. This shows that there is a significant difference in the academic performance between the learner's pre-test and the learner's post-test. So the learners learned the concept significantly after using the flipped classroom. The findings of the study negates the findings of Hatwell 2013, Aronson and Armstrong 2013. Table 3 shows the learner's engagement in Earth and Life Science using flipped classroom. So the overall mean and standard deviation reveal that the learners were highly engaged in their Earth and Life lessons. So this further indicates that the use of flipped classroom as teaching approach was effective since it gives a high level of engagement on the part of the learners. After hearing the results and findings, we can say then that the use of flipped classroom in teaching Earth and Life Science could help enhance the academic performance in Earth and Life Science of the learners. Learners developed the fundamental knowledge, skills, and understanding of the content with little guidance from the teacher and or with some assistance from peers, and can transfer this understanding through authentic performance tasks. Hence, the use of flipped classroom may be encouraged and adopted by science teacher to enhance the academic performance of the learners and to develop learners' engagement towards science. The education sector has been disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. It affects millions of learners in the country, not only in the Philippines, but around the globe. There is a need for the teachers to have a continuous quest on the professional growth and development that is in the teacher's ability to innovate pedagogies and teaching approaches that may cater to digital native learners. Thus, flipped classroom could be the answer to today's crisis. Thank you everyone for listening. Once again, I am Warner B. Reponte from Sultan Ali de Mapuro Memorial Integrated School. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.